Hello, this is Comrade Rant, and again, thank you for watching. So I'm gonna be talking something that is close to my heart is Diablo 2, and I'm gonna be talking about farming, something that I've seen that there's a lot of information about it, but it's really scattered, it's really complicated a little bit, but I just want to simplify it for myself and for you guys, especially for people that love Diablo 2, I have really good passion about it. Let's talk about farming and how to be successful in farming in Diablo 2. Basically, the farming is split, in my opinion, into two categories. There's one that is rune farming and one is unique farming. Unique farming has a strong connection to your magic find gear. The rune farming doesn't have any connection to magic find. It's basically it gonna be dropping as somebody that have 1000 magic find, same as somebody have 0 magic find. The only thing that kind of like gives more better option to drops is the quantity of players in your game. So if there's like 8 players in the game and you're doing the rune farms, you probably gotta have a better option to drop the high end drop basically the high end gear. That's why you see a lot of time when people running the Diablo 4 the chaos run, they sometimes you see bear or some really high rune drop, because usually they are farming for XP, but they're going into a high level territory of enemies in hell, and basically by farming there with 8 players, there's a high chance for something really big to drop. Bear, Vex, Ohm, wherever you want. There's like no limit. So there's a rune farming and unique farming. So you should probably separate both of them to a different categories. I think that if you want to be the most high up, strongest player in the game, if you want to get the best gear, you probably need to be more a rune farmer than unique farmer. Unique farmer, I see you can get up to the east farms, like the gear. I didn't see any gear that's except the Soj that is one high rune that drops, and it's so rare. Or Maros, maybe 2 or 3 high runes, depends on the items. It depends basically on the items, okay? But farming for runes is probably the best options, especially if you're beginning. If you're like a new character, you want to go for the best farming, you probably should go for rune slash unique find. But that's so we got this basis. The rune farming is different from the magic find, and the magic find, and the big question a lot of people are asking, or what I've seen, is who is the best farmer? Well, basically it's the sorc. It's the most easiest one you have as a first time player. You ain't gonna be having the fucking best gear out there once you start playing if you're playing in the ladder, and probably you won't have Enigma. Enigma is basically an armor that gives you one teleport skill, and you can teleport with every character, paladin, druid, and everything. The only one that has this as a base of its own stat is the sorcerer. So once you begin a ladder or a game, it's basically fresh or new. If you want to go and farm, probably go with the sorcerer that is cold slash lightning, basically more on the cold side. There's less enemies that have cold resistance, much more that have fire and lightning resistance. I don't know why, but that's what I've seen, and it's pretty nice for a beginning. And you're probably gonna be starting to have some farms, and I'll be basically playing and explain what I'm doing. So if you're a first person, first time playing, this is my lightning sorcerer, so don't get scared. But the gear here is pretty scary, but that's what I did. If you wanna, your end goal is probably will be this gear, I think, because I'm running a 540. I think I'm close to 540 or 500 and something magic find on this character. And basically the Oculus, it's a really nice weapon. It gives you survivability. It's 30 cast rate, free to social skill, and if you put an east on it, you can put a perfect gem on it as a beginning. If you have the option to find Oculus, just get it. It's Oculus worth in the pool or maybe lower. Some people just give it for free, especially in ladder. It's not the most rarest item. It comes perfect all the time. There's nothing really special about him, like it's not uniquely made somehow. So that's what you're getting, and there's a 25% chance to cast level 1 teleport when stuck, so if somebody's hitting you, you can start teleporting. It's a little bit annoying, but it works. It kind of gives you more survivability when it comes to, in the free to sorcerer skill is really helpful. If you do not do that, if you don't have the weapon, basically try to find weapons that give one or two one-handed weapons that give you some to source skill, to cold skills or item like that. Put a perfect gem in them, perfect flawless, I don't remember the name of it. It's not an emerald, no, never mind. So, and definitely a Shoko. Now, those items aren't really, as you can see here, the items here aren't expensive, and this is what you should going to catch. Try and catch. The items here aren't expensive, and are pretty easy to come by. But as a beginning, you should probably start to farming and an Act 1 items at Act places that will show you now how to farm there with a cold build. So basically you're kind of clean, you can farm hell. Hell Act 1 is basically like Baal Nightmare, so if you had managed to do solo Baal in Nightmare, you can do Act 1 in Hell. It's a little bit hard, but you can do it, okay? So why I'm saying this, the best option will not, probably won't be, you know, running Gandariel, but I'll explain it so a little bit, but I'll just show you what I think is a really nice gear survivability, aka really easy to, and plus really kind of easier to make than the regular. So if you don't take the Eastern sign and the socket, that I would probably do is, you have three quests, the normal, nightmare and hell, to socket an item, and Act 5 the smiter. So keep those quests for yourself, because you will want to have a socket in your Shaco, your Oculus, and your Tal Rasha armor. Now I'm using Tal Rasha armor with an ace, so it's 130 magic items. It's you get 10 thruster cast rate, that's you get from the bonus, replenishing life, and 65 more percent of getting magic item. The most expensive item I think in the Tal Rasha set is this. Tarasha amulet and the belt. It's not perfect. You can get up to a 15 better chances of getting items. So it gives you kind of a nice two skills to source on a lot of magic find. Some people using other stuff, but they're more expensive and hard to get by. I'm using this and I feel like really nice when it comes to survivability slash, you know, my kind of how I kill. Tal Russia belt, the gloves, chance guard, really good gloves. Basically, magic find. They give magic find. The max here is 40 magic find. Unfortunately, I don't have that. I would put a niggle ring, but this one I have two perfect niggle rings, the 30 and the 40. So I put them. You can put Sojourner and BK, but I would probably put it here. They're not that expensive. You can get a 25, 26 for a pretty nice price. Some people even drop them for free. They're not rare. So as you see, these are pretty not rare items, and they give you good option. And yeah, you get war traveling. Now 50% chance of getting magic find is perfect. So don't try and get it right away. Try to get the 40, 42, 43, something like that. You start with something low, you go higher. And the spirit, if you're in the ladder, it's the most easiest item to get, and it's 27 cast. The max is 34 I think, and or 35, but I don't have the max, so I'm using what I have. Unfortunately I don't have kata. I have wizard spike bonk knife. It's really good when you're doing rune farm. I got leadless, faster cast rate, but I need to change it probably to another spirit, but I just don't have that yet. Definitely, if you have the option, get a torch, get an annihilus, get a gid. Max is 40, and get little stuff like this. 7 to chance of getting magic, but this is everything you need to work towards. So you probably ain't gonna be like getting everything right away. It takes work, and the fastest thing to do is start farming the fucking, oh, how do I sell it? The Black Marsh. Now those are the places that I farm. If you're starting to play, Black Marsh, you're trying to find runes. Now, those cultists, the cultist bitch, is, wow, it's hard for me to see together with the, oh damn it, it's really complicated for me. Okay, so it's a little bit hard for me to see because I'm recording it as a Windows mode and I'm not used to it, and maybe I'll die because I'm like going off the screen with the mouse sometime because I'm trying to fucking teleport somewhere. So I'm looking now for a black tower. This is what sorcerer is good about. She can teleport. You see, if you start with some other character, he doesn't teleport, so you'll need to run with him. Maybe a paladin, a nice option. Um, but I would probably suggest just a sorcerer because her magic find is probably the easiest to get along with. Okay, so you get to this territory. There's 5 levels here to go down, so you'll need to, you know, check where the fuck she is. Oh god, it's so hard to play on the Windows mode, especially because I'm so not used to it. As you see, the faster the cast rate, the easier you avoid the monsters. So probably at the beginning you won't be doing that must, you know, kind of a fast. But getting Wii Spike for your sorcerer in the ladder or basically anywhere is usually people just drop it for free. It's not really worth that much at all. So if you're getting it and you have a 50% of cast option, just use it because it's gonna be much faster and you're just gonna avoid more monster. So if you're a beginner, go for, I think, go for this starting run. I remember doing this run probably just zero, like all the time, all the fucking time, like just to get some runes, just to up some runes, because you see, so you get here, she's just behind here. Here she is. So this is the countess. So once she's died, she's gonna be dropping you items, and basically she does drop a lot of time some kind of small charm or a grand charm. Those two are the only one you need to pick at that level. So and Nef and It, I don't know. I don't think they're worth something. I think I have them both in my low. Yeah. I think I have them both here. Yeah, I think I do. So it's a good option because, oh nice, it's a good option because usually at this level she drops up to an East. I've seen an East from her. So East is a really good item and she's pretty easy to do. Manage with the sorcerer. She's really easy and I think you don't gonna have a problem with that. The next place to farm is the pit. The pit, as you see, you go to this portal, the outer cloister, and you start running back basically to the open. And now there's a road here. The road basically splits somewhere into two, so you kind of can guess where to go. Though I see the map really hardly because of fucking, it splits into two. And okay, you see, so it split it to here. I see that there's a place over there, Black Marsh. So I'm looking for an entrance to the pit. I'm basically going with the road. And here it is. So there is always two roads. One that leads to Black Marsh, I think, and this one leads to the pit. So once you enter here, the enemies here are really easy. They do have a fucking annoying kind of a resistance. One of them is, like, the lightning is going really good here, but I would say probably cold is a little bit better because there's a bow Amazon woman here that hits pretty annoying. She can kind of kill me even. All others have, you see, this is a cold resistant. That's a problem. So those bitches are a little bit of a problem. That's why I'm saying take lightning with cold, some kind of combination. Try to do the combination so we can farm at least these places. This place is great because it drops fucking everything. You can get a Ohm Vex here, and you see, this is the resistance bitch. So I need to use my cold skills that I have, one for each, but so it's a good combination here. This is a great place to farm. You can get here basically everything, and this is one of the biggest advantage. Everything you can get a great, um, not exactly a great items, but you can get here really high level runes plus items. Now the items drop here is dependent on your magic find. So if you have a shitty magic find, you probably won't be dropping like I do. But if you have a great, let's say, just basically you farm here and you farm the cultists, you have an option to just drop, fucking bear. And that's great because it doesn't give a fuck about your magic find. So it's a really good option to farm here. Plus there's a lot of items that here that drops a socket, and a socket is amazing for you. Sockets do sell for good. If you find basically read about the rune world, every time you find a pretty nice socket, let's say 3 socket armor, if you find a 4 even socket armor, some a lot of socket items are valuable, and they can go up to an mal, and east. Some sockets, if they're really rare, can go to up to up to a pretty high, like crazy prices. We're talking about high runes prices, high runes of like bear or some other items that you would probably want to, get. So farming this territory is really nice. It has really high drop rate for gear and for runes, and I'm especially here for the runes, less for the gear, but that's why I have the magic find sorcerer 500 plus magic find, and I do have here nice drops. I think I dropped here arachnid. Yeah, I dropped an it arachnid, so sold it for 1 iron, but it's still better than nothing. And so it's really good to be here and just to basically farm. Yeah. So the farm, it's not that hard. Just get used to it. It's gonna be a little bit harder, but if you're at the beginning, it's great. Plus the pit level 2, you have a box here, chest that can drop really nice items, and why the hell not? You see another small charm. You can, if it's a good charm, you can get a lot of money from it. Yeah, you see, this is the Oculus when it teleports alone. Ah, really nice, really nice. So basically, this is, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, you're doing it. It's kind of mundane. You see now, like something with the socket can be dropped. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I usually check them if it's a mage plate or stuff like that. When it comes to armor, if it's it armor. So you have the option to get here really good drops. Unfortunately, as you see, I didn't really get here something great. But that happens. And check everything. Open everybody, move everybody. Sometimes bodies can drop you just, you move it and voila, you got the vex. So that can happen. So don't be lazy. Check the area. So this is basically the two places are good really for runes, and the pit is really good for just regular drops too. Not the best, but it's give you the options. I just love doing that places because I do have nice drop there. I especially drop a lot of set items there, but I did drop like, yeah, well, I kind of changes because I'm trying to get now some items bear. Um, Another good place is definitely Andariel. Now Andariel isn't really good when it comes to what she drops. You can get really good items for her, and she's usually more longer to do. I don't really like doing her that much, but she can drop Soj. I got Soj 1 time from her. Only 1 time from what I remember. Um, but it's really rare. Usually her drops are shit. But if you're a beginner and if you want to do something, she's pretty easy when you're really powerful. So people are doing it because she's basically really easy to kill. But I don't really like doing it. I would probably more focus on the pit, on the, uh, you know, those lower runs because they're more efficient. That's my opinion. And at the beginning, she's probably a little bit harder than you expect. Like she's a kind of a bitch. Ah, shit. She's kind of a bitch. Like I don't really like her. There's this skill that she's easy for me to kill, but for you, she's gonna be probably really, really annoying. She drops a lot of rings. That's like the good thing. She can drop you the mage ring if you want a dwarf star. It's a pretty nice ring actually. You can get rings from her, amulets. Not the best, so she's a nice to just farm, like stupidly farm. But still, I don't know. I don't really like being like farming her. She's pretty annoying, but it's a good option because you probably won't be able to farm a Fisto yet if you're at the beginning, but it's a good place. So when it comes to, you can go to Act 2 and farm Arcane Sanctuary. That's a good place because it has a super chest that can drop runes, but it's really long, it's not efficient, and it's not really effective in my opinion. The best option is go to farm this place. This place you don't need have anything, just a fucking teleport, and the faster you teleport the better. You need to farm here super chests. Oh, maximum stamina. Just a second, I need the key here. So there's super chests here, and the super chest can drop up to a fucking Zod, I think. Close to. I never seen a Zod drop here, but I think I dropped here Vex. Hard to get. They're really hard to get by. Um, I love the area because it's really easy. You don't have, basically, you don't need to have anything when it comes to your magic find, your abilities. All you need to do is find a special place, and I'll be showing you how the place looks like. You can, open every chest, everything, and just, do your thing. Just basically teleport here. I don't remember myself killing here enemies or something. I'm just teleporting. I'm looking for super chests, but I usually destroy everything. Like I don't really care. Open the skeleton, as you can get here really high level items. The biggest one probably the. Oh, here it is. Look at this place. So it's like this fire camp, and once you go up here, there's a chest here. It's a super chest. It can drop like Vex or really crazy items, and when you go to this side, you open another chest, and it's a super chest again. You feel it's flawless cipher, so you can get a lot of flawless items here, and so there's usually two of them. Sometimes you're in a room that has only one of them, one of those camps, as you see here. So it's kind of dependent on your luck. Sometimes you get two, sometimes you're gonna be getting one. So, but I'm just basically looking for everywhere. Oh, you see, I got another one here. So again, I'm doing just this. Usually there's no one here. This Grand Charm, you see, maybe something good. Oh, what the hell is this? It's crap. So I know I did two of them. I'm done. Basically, I got two. I can finish with that, and can. That's basically the run. Really easy, really good. Can have you high fucking level items, and that's amazingly good. I didn't know that a couple of years ago, and if I knew about it, I would probably have more emphasis on that territory. But once reading and just basically playing and seeing the drops, you kind of recognize the place as a good option. Now, the best option there is basically that it doesn't matter how much magic find you have, you can drop a Vex there or an home and just, you get really upgraded. Now, another good place is basically here, hate level 3. Now, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand something that, you see the enemies here, everybody's trying to kill Mephisto. Like, everyone is, Mephisto is the one that's important. The enemies here are really high level. They can actually drop items that are better than Mephisto. So I'm like, I'm doing this place because, oh shit, it's gonna be a little bit harder because they're, yeah, they're fucking lightning immune. For fuck's sake. Oh, you see, better go to what I told you. Go to make yourself, not as a lightning, but to, no, barbarian skill. Nah, crap. Nah, crap. Uh, the cold is probably better for them, but they have a really good drop rate, and you know, killing them is a good option. Now I'm running with high gear, and my mercenary is really helpful because of the infinity, and infinity is a high level item that you must get, like infinity, spirit, and fortitude. Paras and Dariel is probably the items that you must get from ladder. Those items are only ladder items, and they're really hard to come by. And oh god, fucking A with this bitch. See how hard it is? You know what? Let's try and kill you like that. That's a high damage. Look at that. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he doesn't get the immunity. Damn, that's such a waste of money now. Well, usually I don't really, if I can kill them, I just skip them. Sometimes they get this immunity that doesn't fit you. They just doesn't fit you, and I don't want my merc to die 20 times. So they drop good items, and you should probably remember that because you want to get the best drops out there, you see. And why the hell not to get them? Like, it's, I don't, a lot of people like have a problem with the drops, and I'm like, yeah, but you're not doing probably the right thing. So chest here has an option to drop really high level items too. Do it, check them if you're up to Mephisto. Another good option to kill Mephisto if you don't have the mercenary. You probably ain't gonna be killing him like that because now he has low resistance and all that shit, is to teleport over here. Like, teleport over here, the Mephisto comes to you, and just go here. He will go somewhere around this territory, and then just drop here. And now you can hit him, and he won't be able to hit you. So you can start firing him, and just basically farming without even a good gear, with no problems. Like, he's gonna be pretty easy for you. Again, lightning immunity. You fucking bastard. You see, I prefer the... Oh, you see? Some items. Another thing is going up to Mephisto. He has a chest here. Sometimes it's a super chest, and you can get really high, good items from them. Good charms, good maybe some runes, but usually not really big runes. And once you're done here, you know, you're just basically going to Act 4. So we basically finished the noob farm, as I call it, because everything up from there is really hard, and you probably will need much better gear to go. But we just finished farming runes. Runes farming is, from what I love doing, is going to Act 1, the Black Marsh, going to the cultists, going to um, Outer Cloister to the Pit. Pit is great item farm plus high level rune farm, lower harvest, and if you start farming like 1, 2, and 3, and just, you know, doing it repeatedly, you can eventually get more and more gear and start farming Andariel, then add to it Mephisto. And if you're going to upper and stronger level, and if it's efficient, because you should probably remember that efficiently, you know, farming fast is really important. If you don't farm fast, you probably should stop farming that territory. If you die there a lot, don't farm there. Just don't do things that are just not efficient. Especially this turret, it has a lot of fucking resistance here to the lightning magic, onto the, and if you can't farm it and it's really hard, just don't farm it. Really, it's simple as that. Just don't farm something that takes you too much time. It's better to open a new room, to enter then and farm for runes, than to farm something that is hard, takes your time, and consumes too much time compared It's just not efficient enough. Something that I found eventually, but let's see. I should be getting. Why isn't? Oh, damn it! Ah. See, sometimes it's effective the random teleport. But so this place is really good to farm. This is the place that probably had really high drops. Those just the minions themselves. I would probably clear them all. They have really good drops. Like there's a lot of minions here, and the drops here are really good. Plus you're getting nice XP here. You see Hell Rune. Sometimes you can drop here a bear or even a higher place, and not Diablo himself, like the territory and the enemies that are here are high level and they have a really good drops. So because of their high level, they can basically drop anything up to a zot. And again, remember that your magic find doesn't affect what kind of rune it drops, so you can get here really high runes. If you have friends that play with you, run with them together. It's basically a nice farm because the more player there is, the better the chances of you getting a high level of runes, and basically it's the better for you. I see it like that. Oh, another kill. So you see, yeah, ring. Fucking pick up ring, golden rings, golden gloves. Pick that shit up. Pick socket items up. Don't forget about it. You cannot get it. A lot of people just don't get them. Small charms, sometimes unique gloves. You can actually just even. There's some items that are like you can get really high costly items from something you don't expect to get, like let's say gloves. um, and it's really funny that people don't know about it. So large charm I don't pick, they're not effective. Never seen something effective in those items. So you see I'm clearing the territory because basically it can drop really high level items and I love doing that. And those mob can drop fucking, a bear. So why the hell not do it? But this farm is really harder. um, if you cannot do that, you should probably always try and check what you can do and what you can't do. Shit. Yeah, die. So you can open this portal and he's just dying. Shit, my mercenary. No! Damn it. Damn it. No. Let's see what ring it is. Crap. Still good money though. But it's gonna go for my mercenary. So it's a good place. Don't forget about this place. I think it's one of the best places you can farm Jiren. I think. Oh shit. I just did something and I don't know what I did, but I how the fuck did I do that? Just deleted my display show. I don't know how I did it. Oh damn it. So weird. Well, basically what's gonna be happening now, I open a portal and I go to kill the fucking Diablo. Now I kill him with this shit. He's pretty easy once you... I don't know what I got from here. That's shit, that's shit. I usually take, the fuck is this? I have no idea what it is. He can drop good items too. Don't get missed. Like he can drop good items, but basically the farm is more for the mobs instead of just regular. I usually farm there only for the mobs, and I would suggest for you to actually even start the farm from the river itself, like from those monsters too that are here. Um, they do have good drop rates. Again, just remember they can drop really high level rune, they can drop really high level gear even, and that's in my opinion really a must. Like this run, if you can get to here, GZ man. Another good place to farm if you're a noob is this. It's Act 5, the Fright Highlands. Now, a little bit harder than you think, I think, but you see that there's a unique mob here that drops like right away items. Like right away. And there's another super, so they're pretty close, but there's another, as you see here, a super mob here that can drop items too, and I'm not with the right skill. And he can drop high level gear to you. I think I got from here, um, I think I got some really zealot items. So there's another place, feel the surge in front. It's here, supposed to be a portal if you're doing the quest. Just don't finish the quest and the portal will be opened here. You get inside, there's a unique mob. I don't remember the quest, I think this quest, Natalie. And you can go there and there's a mob there, the skin something his name. Just don't fucking finish the quest. That's what you do. You keep the open portal, the portal opened, and just, you know, do it again and again. It's another good unique monster. And he can drop high level items too. Probably the last thing to do is this run, and that is the Baal run. Now, Baal run in my opinion is really hard, even for me, because I don't have kata. Oh shit, nice. Kata is a really good items, and I'm really squishy without kata. I have only this kind of life, and they like fucking rape me sometimes. They like can hit me really strongly. So, wow, if I like enter not the right place, I'm just fucking dead. And it's really scary, and I usually don't run this fight because I just die. So if you can run this, you probably have better gear than I am. So that's cool. You see, I don't know, I'm lagging now. Shit. Ah, no, I'm lagging as a fuck. So this Baal runs are really good for anything. Like you can get the best gear there, but plus they're very difficult. It's not just, you know, it's not an easy run. Throne of Destruction, you can go and actually kill every mob here. There are not too many of them to the way. And you can drop here fucking good items. Don't get confused that this has a really nice drop rates here. And you can get a high level items here. You can get the high level runes, but it's a really long run. It's usually not efficient enough. I would say not really, like not really efficient. Um, I don't do him that much because it's long and I die a lot of times, and just by luck, just can, you know, die. I don't really like it, but you know, because you need to, you see, you need to wait here, kill them, and all that, blah 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 blah. And I just basically don't like that place. But Baal is a really good run. The biggest, I think the craziest drops are here. Like the best item that you can drop probably will be here. Fuck's sake. I'm poisoned and it's not gonna be get over, and I don't have the potions, so yeah. Okay, okay. Let's enter, let's put this, let's shit, I hate them. They kill my yeah, I knew that. That's gonna fucking kill him. Fucking shit ass motherfucker. Yeah, die, die. Just fucking die. Great, thank you. Thank you. But I lost my mercenary. That's like why I don't really like going there. I usually lose them on that place exactly. He doesn't have good fire resist. Maybe I need to change to a different item for this run. But I would so want a damn kata. Like really want a damn kata. Kata will give me like 2000 something life, more skill, more power. I'll be probably raising this territory much faster, and I need a damn Kata. So it's again, it's a really good place. I think it's one of the greatest. Like it's really high level monsters here, and they can drop really high level quality items. Baal himself, yeah, he can drop good items too. He can drop actually Zod or Bear, um, and Soj maybe, I don't know, but usually I've never seen Soj from him. I've seen some really nice items from him, but Sojas I seen from Fisto, I've seen from Dariel. That's it. Like this is two places. Pit have a lot of. Oh, I've seen from Baal an spider sash, an arachnid spider sash drop. That's actually a really good item. Damn, why didn't I use the 25% on him? I'm talking, so I'm like 50% there, 50% here. He didn't drop a thing, but yeah, take it, money. It's good money, but he can drop good items. So there's not such thing as, a perfect run. You're probably, the drop rate here is really low. One to barbarian skill, not bad. To destroy. Another good option is actually to check this mercenary, this trader. You can try and find here just a regular blue item that have free to war cries, and that item can be sold for a pretty nice high level rune, even for an or you can trade it maybe for a tal armor or stuff like that, or even for Oculus. um, Pretty nice option. You can just, if you're already in the run, just check this mercenary over here, try and find a Java with a free war cry or stuff like that. So the game, it's not perfect. How you want to try and farm the gear, it's really depends on you. I can say that, but I had a success with this farm. I don't have problems with this farm. Um, I like doing this farm. He's pretty easy. And I think there's a difference between the farm of Rune farm and, magic item farm. You probably would prefer to have a sorcerer because it's the easier teleport access, and if you have teleport, it's probably gonna be easier for you to start farming runes from the lower Kurat's Bazaar, from the Black Marsh for the 5 level tower, and from definitely the pits. Then it's easier to go farm on Dariel, Mephisto. Mephisto is really easy for what I told you, the teleport. And usually, if you can farm on Dariel, you definitely can farm Mephisto. I would probably say Mephisto is easier than on Dariel to farm. Once you get more gear, more magic finds, start farming. Add to the farm if it's efficient enough. Add to the farm your the chaos, the Diablo, the Act 4 Diablo plays, really high drop there, bears, Jah, and if you have friends, probably farm with them, because the more people you have, the better the rune drop. It doesn't affect the magic find that much, it usually affects only the one that get the hitting blow. So for me, it's my magic find is really like crazy. You can, just basically try and understand it's big. I'm running a 500 and something. I would probably wouldn't want the perfect gloves, perfect tal tal belt, but at least I have the perfect Nagel ring that I dropped with my Necromancer, and 3 of those are really nice. A better git. Um, Torch is really nice just to get your but you don't have those. Those are more for yourself, for power, like it's 4 tool skills, so try and get them. Um, I think, yeah, there's not too much when it comes to farming magic items in Diablo 2. Easier is definitely a sorcerer. You can go and farm in PVM. PVM farming is basically more only for runes. Amazon and Druid, probably the craziest farmer when it comes to if you're like you know, like I done with Magic Find, I want something more efficient for a rune run, something that kills most monster faster. And because runes don't have effect of Magic Find, you don't really give a fuck how Magic Find you have. So you probably just want somebody that kills the fastest there is. I would go. I love Druid with the elemental. If you go with him into the pit, he just rapes the place really really fast. If you have a mercenary and you really with Jeer, you just rape the place like easily a couple of seconds and you're down with the pit, and you can have their really high level drops. And the more you do it, the faster you do it, basically the better the option to drop, you know, the better the hell. He does chaos really fast. The Amazon the same thing. But that's basically once you go from base magic find, you know, like you don't, once you don't give a fuck about the regular item, you probably will give a fuck about the rune item, the rune world. That's what I'm saying always. When you're doing as a sorcerer, uh, there's a lot of emphasis on magic find, but I don't think it's really necessary. Sometimes it's even better without magic find because you find better socket items, and socket items can be sold for mal east and stuff like that. And just you need to notice those items. Magic Find do affect Grand Charm, Small Charm items that drop. Somebody with Magic Find probably have better. Magic Find affects a Niggle Ring, you know, the quality of it. It's gonna be probably something without Magic Find. The probability of finding a perfect Niggle Ring gonna be close to zero, or a perfect war gloves, or even just a strong magical item. As I told you, there's a magical item that are really expensive, and just an example to show you just that people don't notice is this. It's a it's a really good item. It's a 1-2 javelin and spear skill, Amazon 20 increase attack spin, and it's basically it's a, you see, it's not a rare unique item, it's a magic item. Uh, Always take magic rings, amulets, and gloves. In my opinion, I would add belts to it, but I don't think I would like to add. But I always take those free. Um, Another good. There's a lot of valuable item. I'm trying to explain how to farm the best. Another good items are just regular as fuck druid helmets. They come with skills, and sometimes you can go, there's a special rune, like there's a special helmet for the druid that you can socket the helmet, a regular helmet, and put an items on it. And if there's non-socket item, the regular white one has good skills on it, let's say like 3 hurricane, 2 hurricane, even sometimes 3 skills on it, it can be really costly because they're rare. Crazy amount of money people pay for that item. It's just white, but they pay. The socket items can go up to East Mall. You probably need to farm, as I told you at the beginning, runes. Farm runes. Lower Cortes is really easy and fast. Again, if you're in the top levels of farming, I would suggest probably a druid because that's what I like. I know Amazon farms like fucking crazy faster, but I like druid because he's easier to build, plus he's easier to control. He kind of like he's nicer, and he just smashes those area like pit runs and chaos run and Baal runs. He's really fast at this. He can do it like, you know, you can close the game, do it fast, open the game, do it fast. He ain't gonna be getting good a lot of quantity of unique items. He ain't getting them a lot, but when you compare the ratio of the drop and how many he does this run, he probably drops more high level runes, and high level runes are much costlier than any item that you can basically drop almost in this game. But this is the option. So separate the magic find with the rune farm. It's, I think it's important to separate this though. There's some places that you can farm more, but those places are the basics. You can basically every place that has a high density of high level monster is good to farm. That's the interesting thing in this game. So you can actually farm everything from Act 1, from the pit and up, everything. The main reason is density, and you can drop there everything. But those the densest, the fastest that you can farm. And basically, eventually it goes to the faster. You know, it's kind of like level. You start with nothing, you go with the sorc, you get a cold build, you don't reset anything yet. You get the cold build, you can farm the Andariel and the Mephisto, and you can go there. You start to get gear, you start to drop some runes, you start to gear yourself. Your magic find will go up, so you're gonna be getting more unique items, and you're gonna be probably, you know, just farming faster. Eventually you can start farming chaos, you get more items there. I know that druid faster there, but if you want unique items, the magic find sorcerer is the best when it comes to gear ratio and survivability. Basically, how you can farm with what gear. She has the best gear that gives her option to have magic find and easy. And this is not a hard gear, just for your information. It's not a hard gear. The most expensive here is Spirit. Um, I think it's really expensive, and probably his gear is the craziest expensive items there are. Like, this is the expensive items: the Fortitude, the Infinity, and Andariel Visage. Um, this I did in the ladder. I got so lucky with that. I don't know how the fuck did I even did it. I think I found some. I think I found the Andariel. I know I found. Um, and what I don't remember actually. I know it was a while ago. Just don't fuck up. Some people fuck up. If you have the option to hire a new merc, and if you did it without taking the items from this merc, your items are gone. So don't do that shit, please. I almost did it with this merc. I forgot that I have Infinity on him because I didn't play a long time, and I wanted to hire a new merc to just start to gear him up, and I've seen like, oh, I already have one, and I'm like, okay, let's check it out, and he had fucking Infinity on him, and this, it's a 5 or 6 level, it's a 5 or 6 high rune item, so don't fuck it up. So basically, this is the run. This is the farming. In my opinion, this is the best option because that's what I did and that's what I'm reading. And this is kind of a complete fucking explanation of everything. And I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I can make another video if you like to explain what I think about the farming of druids and higher level, but this is the basics. This is like the basics. So thank you, and you probably can do it much faster than I am because I'm speaking. I do this run in the 10 to 15 minute max, 10 to 15 minutes everything. I just without speaking, and I do find items. I think this is my, just to show you. Um, yeah, I think this is like in a couple of runs. The bear, no, I'm just saving them. The pool, yes. The Maul I got from the pit yesterday. Titan Quest, really shitty one. I'll actually give it for free if somebody wants. And the Oculus that I have. I'm playing non-leather and the Hell Room that I'm gonna be saving because I have a low level um, character that keeps all the low level gear for me. I think I need another fucking account, really. I got Shoko, I got this item that can go for 3 to 4 or even maybe 5 if I can, you know, push it a little bit stronger because it has magic find. I can probably push it to the 4 high runes. I got 2 stones of the Jordan. I got almost perfect 28. It's not perfect. And I got the Rising Sun. I have plenty of Rising Sun amulets. I don't know why. Uh, this is probably the both of those. Yeah, it depends. It depends. But just, you know, start doing those runs. It's gonna eventually keep up with you. And trade a lot. Trading is probably the best farming option. But once you understand the economic and how it works with the runes, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. So thank you for watching. Have a great and amazing day. And don't forget, if you want a rune farm, probably take an Amazon and druid there, clear the territory faster, and the runes don't give a fuck about your magic find, so you just want to find a character that is clearing the fastest as he can, and druids and the Amazon are the fastest when it comes to PVM or PVE, and they're the best rune farmers in my opinion. Magic Find, just the basic rune plus, quality items is the sorcerer. Lighting sorcerer is probably the strongest, but as a beginning, you won't have the gear for lighting sorcerers. So go for the basically go for the lower sorc, the cold sorc. It's easier just. So thank you for watching. Have a great and amazing day, and I'll see you around.